You're listening to the Pittsburgh Piledriver. What the hell is that? Podcast. 10.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
ruined it. Listen up, you internet idiots. This is the podcast that you have to pay $49.99 to listen to. And we haven't gotten a single dime for it yet. I'm dropping my bottles. I'm one deep. So you idiots better start paying up. I'm not afraid to shit through this microphone and ruin each and every one of your speakers. You dumb bastards. This is the Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast. I'm your angry, salty, on my way to being drunk, freaking basement, constantly fucking flooding host, Alec Ransom. Oh, got some spit flowing. These are the other unprofessional idiots who just constantly laugh when I'm trying to insult people.
Oh, Jesus.
We've got Beaker the Legend.
Me.
There he is. We've got Poot the Bard.
Baby! Wait a minute. No. I'm not just Poot the Bard. What am I?
You're Poot the shut the up.
Oh,
And then we got Tiger Bomb Tom.
Yo.
oh wow, listen to that.
I know. I couldn't even think of anything funny to say, so I went with yo.
Yo. You went
Yeah.
with 1990s white rapper guy. That's what you
Hey,
went
I
with.
mean-
You yo. All
Why
right,
not?
listen up, you dum-dums. Not you guys who are on the podcast with me. You guys are great. Listen up, all you dum-dum listeners. All 5 of you. Soon to be 4 if you don't start sheckling it up, Jews.
$49.99.
$49.99 shekels. $49.99.
That's
Not euros.
It's going to be a shorter episode.
That's a fuck you
So-
amount of shekels.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
put them in my piggy bank and let me hear them clinky clink.
that's the plan anyway. Ransom is a shorter episode, but I
It's gonna
have
be
my
a shorter
reservations.
No. It's gonna be.
No,
Yeah.
it'll be a shorter episode, or else I'll find well, maybe not Tom. He's too far away to drive, and Poot's too far away to drive. So
Yeah,
I'll just come to your house, Beef, and I'll cut
Good.
your throat off.
Cut your throat off?
I'll drink your blood, vampire
Like a
style.
fucking Pez dispenser.
All right, Gangrel.
We're gonna do
All
a
right,
quick episode here.
dial it back,
Shut up.
Gangrel. You shut
Yeah,
up.
with all the blood drinkings. Yeah, it's going to be a quick episode. We got some, stuff going on in our personal lives. Don't have a whole lot of time to root and ran around, rootin'. Not a whole lot
Written
going
ran
on.
and root around.
Honestly,
in the
not a whole lot
Wrestleverse.
going on. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
think-
a couple little news tidbits that we need to touch on.
We can hit news tidbits. I mean, if anything, Beef can shut the fuck up and Poot can actually deliver some news, and
Wow.
we don't have to freaking discuss it to death every frickin' thing. So let's
Tell us how
I'm gonna
you
go ahead and
really
turn it
feel,
over to
right?
I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our news correspondent, Mr. The Bard.
This is Bardic ding-a-ling-a-ling. What the hell is
I
that?
was going to
I am Poot the Bard, and here's a little bit of news. So we can just touch on this really quick. So apparently backstage at WWE, and now this is shock and awe, guys. This is a hot take, as Beef likes to say. A lot of WWE. Actually, I'm sorry, we're pronouncing it wrong. It'd be a me.
hot take.
This would be hot take. This would be a lot of WWE superstars backstage apparently are very, very upset, salty, and have a lot of unrest over the fact that Shane McMahon is getting pushed basically as both brands' main heel. Like, really.
Get out of town.
Yeah, it's shock and awe, right? Hot take on that one.
Where's the guy that had the Undertaker shock face whenever he walks the street? We need him.
Oh, that was the best.
No, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Shane McMahon is a bigger hill than Dolph Ziggler or Baron Corbin? I don't fucking believe it.
Well, apparently he's a bigger heel than Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre, even though he's the main lackey, he's still a lackey.
Yep.
Fucking subservient. What a bunch of fucking cocksuck bullshit.
Wow. That tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
There's number one.
I mean, I get it.
That was like number 5.
Yeah.
Shane plays a good heel. You know, I harken back to the the Federation days. You know, you had the Ministry, you had him with the Mean Street Posse. He plays a good heel. He does. I'm not taking that away from him. But you've got such talent on your roster that A, isn't being utilized because of the wild card bullshit.
Wild card!
You take enough time away from people that way. And you have talent that's unhappy and who is already looking to leave. And that's another thing that I read, and I'm not going to, freaking go into this far. I just wanted to mention it. I saw several different, again, fucking internet posts, several different internet posts talking about how there have been many, many, many more than you would probably think superstars who have
unofficially
contacted or reached out or just kind of, made
putting
a
feelers out there.
Yeah, over to AEW. Now, it might not have been an official contact. It might have just been like a shout out to Moxley or a shout out to Cody or something, but still, that's WWE talent talking to AEW talent. So why, when you have this stupid wild card thing and you're keeping a lot of people off TV as it is, and you have unhappy superstars, why are you featuring Shane McMahon as your top heel? I get it, he's a good heel. He's not a wrestler.
I'm telling you exactly. It's not even just nepotism. That is definitely a factor. But I'm going to tell you something. It is totally the fact that Shane McMahon is getting go-away heat. And backstage, Vince McMahon is going, oh, listen, my son, he's such a good heel. He's going to... And then someone smacks him on the back of the head because he's in the middle of a stroke, and then he goes, they're going to love him. They're going to love to hate him. He's just going to be the...
I think Poots Vince McMahon is my favorite Vince McMahon.
It really is.
It's pretty great. It's pretty fucking on spot on.
It's like a cross between Vince McMahon and John Madden.
No, you know what?
Yes,
It's like mixed
John
with a little
McMadden?
bit. John
McMahon.
mixed
You
mixed
put
with
Daniel
a little.
Bryan over here. You put the AJ Styles over here. You got him going across the ring. Bam! Into the turnbuckle.
Mixed with a little bit of the South Park rabble.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane McMahon's taking our job.
He's taking our jibs.
Wow. we are on fire tonight.
Ace is the place to get you fired.
But no, like, anyway, so
Off the rails,
that's the point, is that, like, because he's getting go away heat, and I refuse to call it X-Pac heat anymore, because Sean Waltman has done a lot of things to redeem himself, make himself a better worker, which he is still working. And really,
agreed.
People are, I think, appreciating him not just for his 1, 2, 3 kid work, but now also for the better part of his X-Pac run, and even 6 in WCW. Now, it used to be called X-Pac Heat, and I refuse to call it X-Pac Heat anymore. And this is courtesy of Going in Raw. Steven Larson, they started calling it Go Away Heat. And I was like, you know what? I feel like that's due respect given. We should just call it Go Away Heat. And that's the problem. It's like when he does the best win, boo, when he does that whole thing, it was clever. It was a clever gimmick for a while, and now it's just like,
no, it wasn't.
All right, man. I liked it. I liked it when it first happened.
All it is a thinly veiled shot at CM Punk that Vince McMahon somewhere is hoping to CM Punk, and he doesn't give 2 fucking shits about this product, but he's hoping that fucking Phil Brooks turned on the fucking television or the fucking internet or something, and here's the best in the world, Shane McMahon, and that it fucking crumples his cupcake just a little bit.
Crumples
and he doesn't
his
fucking give a
cupcake?
shit list. You heard me. Crumples the cupcake.
So speaking of cupcakes being crumpled, WWE's cupcake is crumpled. You know why? Because the Revival, yet again, very recently has refused another contract offer from WWE.
Did they really?
They did. They just recently refused another contract.
I'm honestly
Does anybody
surprised.
know when it expires? Is it soon?
That's a good question.
I believe it is next year's. They're a month apart. One of them expires sooner than the other. But I believe Dash's expires before Dawson's. Yeah, it is a little weird, but I believe it is next year's Mania, like around next year's Mania. I think that's whenever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
another story that I've seen floating around, I'm sure you guys have too, is that WWE is trying to get people to sign new contracts earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
long ass contracts too. Long,
Well,
fucking like 7,
what?
10-year contracts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at Mike Kanellis and Maria. They just up for another 5 years, which I'm
What?
surprised. Yeah.
What a
Are
bad
you-
decision.
I guarantee.
didn't
You
hear
know
that.
why? You know why they
You didn't
did?
hear that?
What?
Go ahead. I was gonna say you didn't hear that that just happened.
No, but I can tell you.
No, I didn't know.
I said, why the hell would they do that? But I'll tell you exactly
Yeah.
why they did that. I'll tell you exactly why. Well, it's guaranteed money. They know they're going to get paid, and they got a kid to take care of.
That's true.
Like, seriously.
Fucking
I guarantee
5
it.
years of 205 Live sucks. You know, it just.
Man, give it. I'm telling you, the way that McMahon runs himself and the way, like, how hard he goes, and he's been doing it for years and years and years, eventually he's going to give out. And this could be from Mike and Maria, from their perspective, because they like Triple H, maybe Maria more so than Mike. Anyway,
I apparently missed that one.
oh, that's an old rumor. Oh, that's an old rumor.
Okay.
But anyway,
She got around.
yeah. But here's the thing. She like them. Yeah, okay. They signed that 5-year contract. He's on 205 Live right now, but every single match he does is good work. He's putting in the time. He's doing what I call the Miz. He's doing the Miz. Like, he's putting in his time. He's working where he needs to work. He's being a good little soldier, and he's, making sure that he stays healthy and good. So whenever, the time to striking when the iron's hot, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Because Mike Kanellis, although not the greatest superstar in the ring, he is wildly underrated for what he is now. And Maria is such a good mouthpiece, pun
really
intended.
Yeah. I would.
And if you think about it too,
I would, he says.
I think it was Poot that said it, like they've got a kid and everything to take care of. And yeah, if I get it, it's 205 Live. But at the same time, them two on 205 Live are probably pulling in more bank in 5 years than any of us are probably pulling in 10, maybe 20 years.
Oh, for God's sake, yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing.
If it's one of those things where it's like, look, I'm not going to take super bad spots. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to be crippled by the time I'm 50.
Probably has a lot of time off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make nice paychecks to where I can take care of my family if we're responsible with our money. Why the hell not?
Well, and here's the thing. We're seeing a little bit of, because I'm not going to get real spoilery with NXT here, but main roster talents have been going back to NXT in the coming weeks. Will be, and that's following the footsteps of Tyler Breeze. So I mean, it's not inconceivable that guys like that who aren't being used could then, or NXT UK, where Alexander Wolf just showed up and joined Imperium. Like, guys that aren't being used could show up on NXT UK, and at least get themselves some face time, which I think would be great. So,
I think that's a smart idea. If there's an offer on the table to go work at NXT, hell yeah, I'd jump on it.
Fucking take it!
Fans
Oh my god,
in NXT are ravenous. They are diehard, hardcore, ravenous NXT fans. And if you know what, you get yourself over at NXT, keep making that WWE money. Who cares? That's what I'd do.
And they also
at least at that point in time, you'd be working with Triple H. You wouldn't be working some sort of stupid back shaving in the bathroom gimmick.
NXT,
you'd be actually working decent matches.
NXT and NXT UK is also a place where the crowd will embrace someone that you go like, wow, really? They're doing it? And then you get behind them. I mean, look what it did for the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, like, they'll grab a hold of someone and go, I like this guy, and they will push him, the crowd will, to the moon. Him or her.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I still can't fathom for the life of me. I get it. It's go away heat, but holy crap. Look at the talent you've got on your roster.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
He left us.
Aren't you?
Oh, there he is.
I was back.
You're back.
What's happened? Did I fuck it up?
You
Yeah,
phased
you
out.
disconnected.
Sorry about that.
You
Where was I?
fucking
Oh,
better be.
oh, you're fine.
You're fine. Ransom, listen to me, Ransom. You fade out again.
I'm gonna send you the ace. Look out.
Oh no.
Ace
You've
the
got
punch.
Shane McMahon with this go away heat, sure, but you've got this plethora of talent that isn't being utilized because of the wild card. I don't know. Why would you not put your top workers? And I'm sure Shane McMahon's a good worker and all, but he's not a
I mean, for being
great in-ring talent. He's not.
for being an
He's
amateur
good for what he is. Yes,
And-
he is. He's
and-
good for what he is.
and being a big dumb spot monkey, yeah.
Yes, but I mean, you've got honest to God talent in AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan.
Balor.
To not utilize these guys, Balor, yes, to not utilize these guys on a weekly basis
Let me interject.
because
for a
you're
second.
giving the spotlight to Shane McMahon. What are you doing? How
Let
do
me
you
interject.
not think that's going to piss people off?
I got a question for you since you brought up AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So on watching the Hulu replay of Raw, apparently I missed a promo with AJ Styles and the club. What was it about? Did anybody see that?
It was basically just AJ giving a pep talk to the club and saying, why are you being doofy? Why are you being idiots? Why are you doing this? You got to toughen up. You got to prove why you're here. You got to make it blah, 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 blah. And the club was like, yeah, we're going to go out there and beat the Usos. No, you're fucking not. I love the club, and I want to see them get pushed to the moon. I think it is absolutely erroneous and irresponsible that they did not put Balor, AJ, and the club in a stable and call them fucking something, just the club,
Yep.
and have them run roughshod over everything. They'd make all the money.
Freaking nailed it. The nail on the head, Poot. You hit it right there. And those two guys, I would not be surprised to see those two guys come, when their contracts are starting to come up, say no, 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 and then jump ship to AEW, especially because
Oh, they'll
AEW,
go back to Japan. They'll even if they don't go to Japan, because so AEW, the AEW, the Elite, they're like the new age Bullet Club. Gallows and Anderson are the old Bullet Club. So like I don't know if those ties are there to AEW, but they're still like they could go back to New Japan and be absolutely worshipped. 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, think of like AEW's pushing hard. At least, that's what the rumor and innuendo is that they're pushing like tag team wrestling. They really want to push hard. Think of how many great matches you could get out of old school Bullet Club versus new school Elite. I mean, that could be your go-to anytime match. Those two teams could put on an amazing match together. Just like, with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan in the WWE, CM Punk said in that interview that he gave with Colt Cabana, when Vince was like, "Hey, I want you to work this program at this random stupid ass pay-per-view with Daniel Bryan," and Punk was like, "Why? No, you need to keep me and Daniel Bryan as far away from each other as possible until it's a big time event. We can put on the best program, the best show. That should be a WrestleMania program. It shouldn't be an over the edge or a freaking Doomsday whatever stupid ass pay-per-view show."
And that's
same thing
why,
with the Bullet Club and the Elite.
And that's why
yeah.
when you put the boys, guys who have the mind for it, like CM Punk, like Bray Wyatt, like the Bucks, like Omega, like the Revival, like Triple H, you put them in charge to run this stuff. Those kind of booking ideas will happen. McMahon, the reason he probably wanted that match is he goes, "This is a marquee match. If I put it on bullshit, third tier pay-per-view, people will watch it, buy it, and subscribe."
People to buy it. Yep.
That's it. And that's the thing. That's short-term money making.
Exactly. I was just about to say that's exactly what you hearkened back to last podcast is they need to do stuff that's going to make them sustainable money, not just,
the build,
not just a quick buck. But I want to touch on something since we brought up his name. Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
holy shit. Firefly Funhouse.
How fucking good.
My God.
Wait,
I will be so surprised if he does not debut this Sunday at Stomping Grounds.
I want to say it every single week. Ready, guys?
But this one. No. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Real quick. Bray Wyatt is a fucking treasure.
Yes, he is. And honestly, the way they've been running the segments, I sitting there watching like, okay, what's the end game going to be like? When are they going to debut him? And the way everything just crescendoed in this last vignette, man, I tell you what, I I know, right? Got a little Coca-Cola burp there.
You ransomed it.
I did. Now I'll tell you what, it would be a perfect time for him to come in and either post-match or in the title, one of the title matches, cause some sort of fucking disruption or something. But Sunday, I'd be highly surprised if he doesn't debut.
You know what? You know, would be a good spot for that. You know who's not on the card right now?
Who's that?
The
Finn
fucking
Balor.
Intercontinental Finn Balor. You have Balor try out there, do like an in-ring interview, and then have the fucking what's it called, the Fiend, come out there and fucking jump him. Like that'd be hot.
I don't want that now. I want them to save that unless they're gonna take the Fiend versus the Demon.
The Demon.
Unless they're going to run that feud and run that all the way to WrestleMania, I don't want them to do it now. But
again, think about who you're talking about. Mr. Captain short-term booking himself, Vince McMahon.
Now, to be fair, they apparently, also, this is something else I found out, apparently, they give Bray Wyatt a lot, obviously, I mean, with Firefly Funhouse, we've seen it, they give him and trust him with creative control of his ideas and booking. Apparently, they are like giving him what every superstar and every writer should have. Seriously. Like, they give him creative control to the nines. So
it got pretty fucking dark this week. Like fucking the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks have gotten really fucking dark, and it rides the line for me that where I'm like, wow, like that's. I mean, so let's talk a little bit about demographics. Right now, their demographic is probably still about 12 to 18. You start and if you look at the low end of the spectrum, like that shit's real dark for that age. So I mean,
go on.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
wow, that was weird fucking. But my point is that I agree. I want to see this like push to the fucking moon. I want to see him get a legit title run out of this. But man, I got to see the fucking proof in the pudding. Bray Wyatt has always put on the absolute best promos and shows. I got to see what happens whenever shoulders hit the mat, as it were.
3. No, and that's the thing is like, if they continue to let him have control over what he says, what he does, how he presents not just the Fiend, but also Bray Wyatt and his cavalcade of fun characters, this could be the reason why I watch Raw or SmackDown, depending where he goes. But with the wild card...
Wild card!
Thank you.
I was waiting for the cue.
With the wild card rule... we could see him on both, and he could just be this pervasive force that just ebbs and flows between shows. Hell, you want to do something super creative? Have him be on NXT. Have him work his way into 205 Live. Have him just have his tendrils spread through the entire product. Yes.
Permeate,
Look, I don't want to be the stick in the mud.
It ain't gonna happen though.
Listen to you guys. No, I really don't, because I want to see everything you guys are talking about. I honestly, truly, really do. But look at his first run.
Mm-hmm.
Not as Husky Harris. Look at Bray Wyatt's first run. They had the golden goose, in my opinion, with him and the Wyatt family. He could have legitimately been the next Undertaker. He could have been the person that had a program with The Undertaker and beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. The Undertaker is done at WrestleManias. He puts The Undertaker out for his last match, his first loss, and that could have snowballed into him becoming the next Phenom. You had the character, you had the talent, you had the promos, you had the in-ring capabilities, and they fucking snuffed it. They did.
Fucking snuffed it.
I think
so. While I'm hopeful, and I really, really hope that what you guys are saying comes to pass, I am not going to get my hopes up on Bray Wyatt, because they're going to run these Firefly Funhouse vignettes. They're going to bring him into the ring. He's going to be a ball of fire. It's going to be amazing. And within a few months, he'll be freaking losing to people like Baron Corbin He'll be losing to freaking
Lars Sullivan.
Lars Sullivan. He'll be losing to the other Scottish guy. What's that guy? I can't even.
Drew McIntyre. The
Yep,
only
he'll be. You watch it happen.
The only reason why I don't think that's going to happen is simply because now if it was just Bray Wyatt and he was doing creepy things and there was no Fiend, I would agree with you. But simply because of the fact there is the Fiend, you can't book that character weak. Like, you just can't. Like, I mean, you can, but the Demon has never really been booked weak. I mean, he's lost to Joe. He was the first Universal Champion. Every single time the Demon comes out, he is booked wacky strong. So, like, yeah,
right,
he could be Finn Balor, but I don't see that happening. I really don't.
I mean, I hope you're right. I really
not.
do. I'm not rooting against you. I'm not. But from the record that WWE has from his first run does not make me hopeful. And also the record that WWE has with Finn Balor also doesn't make me hopeful. Sure, the Demon is booked strong, but when you book the Demon strong and you have regular Finn Balor not on weekly shows, booked in who cares matches, to me, in all honesty, it doesn't matter if you book the Demon strong. If you're going to book the other persona weak and mid-card, I don't give a shit about the Demon. And I fear that's going to be the same way with Bray Wyatt.
The one thing that I think we're kind of all glossing over is, who's at the fucking helm? Yeah, it's fucking Vince McMahon. There are reports after reports about how he doesn't really care about or he doesn't really watch the fucking Fringe, the NXT UK. It wouldn't shock me if he has very little knowledge of these fucking vignettes before they go up on TV. But the minute that Bray Wyatt gets into the ring, that's whenever he is under the parlance of Vince McMahon. And that's when Vince is going to say, well, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's stupid. Why are we doing this?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly what's going to happen.
Wow. I'm not trying to put the kibosh on this conversation, but I'm gonna, because it's gonna depress me. What do you say we do our little hot tag trivia?
Ooh, good.
That'll raise some spirits.
Yeah,
indeed.
Dude. So no, go ahead.
I was gonna say let me save whenever I ask Beef. Let me save that for last because it'll definitally put a smile on everybody's face.
Man, you are super hyped. So really quick for anyone who is just tuning in, all 6 of you hopefully this week.
$49.99 idiots.
$49.99.
Remember that.
75 for the live event.
That's a secret. We weren't going to release that yet, Tom.
We already did last week.
Come on, Tom. No, shut up, Tom. Come on. Seriously, you're breaking the fourth wall.
I wonder if that guy. Still listens. I wonder if that guy still listens.
No, he's down at CBS Tower, just fucking waiting with his briefcase.
I don't know if he listens or not, but I'm going to Facebook message him and tell him to stop listening.
And
wow.
I wonder.
I don't want you to listen. Don't listen anymore.
And try to take as little offense to this as you can, Mr. Listener. But I wonder if he realizes. I wonder if he realizes that we're talking about him and making fun of him every week. Because I'm betting maybe.
It's out of fun.
It's not the guy. Well, a little bit of hatred. It's not the guy who asked if we did live shows. That's a legitimate question. Cool. Legitimate inquiry. No problem with that. It's the intern.
Hopefully, eventually.
That's your new in-ring name.
The intern. Hashtag the intern. I love it.
Because AEW's got the librarians and we've got the intern.
We've got the intern. It's going to be a running joke.
I love it.
I want him referenced on every show by his in-ring name, the intern.
The intern.
He never makes an appearance.
The intern.
Well, I mean, that's part of his contract. That's what we're hiring him for. It's part of his contract, as we mentioned. That's the stipulations.
His character can be Swedish, too, because he's the intern listenerman.
Ooh,
there we go.
All right, let's get to this hot tag trivia.
All right,
boys.
so quick.
If Tom is going to ask Beef last, then Beef needs to lead off by asking first.
So really quick.
No,
for anyone,
no. I would ask Tom first. Sorry, Poot, go ahead.
I was going to say, for anyone who doesn't know what hot tag trivia is, we ask each other questions about wrestling history. Anything goes, really, and we see just who can answer anyone. If any of you out there have any questions for hot tag trivia, maybe you shoot them to us. Maybe we can answer some listener ones.
There we go.
Ooh.
And no, Ransom,
That's
you
a
were
good
right.
one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
right.
I know. Apology
So-
accepted. I'll take a $12 gift card.
All right, and
to
with your
local
apology,
CVS.
with this apology, you get this wonderful question.
Oh boy.
So, I have been all about, and never mind. I'm gonna save the plug for later. I have been all about trying to talk about a fusion of like New Japan, WWE, SummerSlam, and I'm gonna keep that kind of theme going.
Great, because I
So-
know nothing about New Japan.
Well, and this one's sort of kind of obvious, but it's and because I knew that I was asking you, it's a multi-parter.
Yes.
So, who was the first gaijin? That is Japanese for American wrestler. I don't know if that's what
There's
actually
your greener
means,
than
that's what they
grass.
call them. But who was the first American wrestler to win the IWGP Heavyweight title?
I know this one.
Oh,
If
do you have a hint? Because I fucking know.
He was kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal in.
That's your
where?
hint. He was kind of a big deal.
In
Think about the wordplay. Kind of a big
phrasing.
deal.
big deal. Nobody was called the big deal, were they?
Nope. I mean, maybe, but
Big deal.
It's paraphrasing because if he says the other thing, you're gonna get it.
I'll even go one step further. He was kind of a big deal.
Okay. Are we talking muscles? Are we talking fat? Are we talking? Is this somebody from
Now,
the Fed?
You'd know him. You'd know him. I'll give you this. He's wrestled for every big time company except for ECW and AEW.
hey, Beef.
He's wrestled for WWF at the time, WCW, and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hey, Beef. Are you
That's so
talking?
good.
Are you talking about the original version? Are you talking about the original IWGP Heavyweight Championship?
No, I'm talking about the New Japan IWGP.
Okay.
You know what?
All right.
On the wiki, it doesn't denote that. So, I think the IWGP started with New Japan back in like '86, I think. So it was right around that time frame there, Ransom.
It was right on when?
80. Well, the title was incepted around '86, so it was shortly thereafter.
Well, it's about time that he figures
okay.
this question out.
See, when you said big deal, I was thinking Brock Lesnar, but I have no idea if Brock Lesnar ever wrestled for them, and
Brock Lesnar.
I don't
did.
think
He
he?
did, and he did hold the title, but he was not the first gaijin to hold it.
Well, that
Yeah,
was
he was never in WCW, I don't think.
Nope.
So I was thinking him, or I was thinking Kurt Angle, but Kurt Angle was never in WCW. And in the 80s, all right, 80s.
I'll even give you the year, 1989.
That doesn't help me at all. Was well, hang on. Was oh shit.
Listen, it's time. It's time that he gets this. Okay.
It is time.
It wasn't. I don't think Bam Bam.
Oh,
Bam Bam wrestling.
it took me a minute, but I got it now.
Oh, you're so close. You're
super
like
close.
in the ballpark. You're like in the ballpark, and you're like waving at the Peanuts guy for cotton candy.
Oh,
like that's how
damn
close you
it.
are.
You're there.
Adam, your time
You're
is
there.
almost up.
Kayfabe, break.
Kayfabe break.
Yeah, it was
Kayfabe
about to
break.
happen.
What's your address again? Give me your social.
Boo.
Shit. Oh no, I got it now. It just friggin' hit me with you, and it's time.
I've been saying
It's,
that for like
Vader.
5 minutes. There you go.
Big Van
It is,
Vader.
in fact, Big Van Vader.
That's
So,
awesome.
question two. Question part two.
Uh-oh.
What belt did he hold in WWF?
Vader?
Ooh.
Yes,
You
sir.
mean at the time?
No, like when he came to WWF, what belt did he hold in his entire tenure?
Oh. I don't think he was WWF champion.
No.
This is a WWF title belt.
Yes, sir.
I want to either say Intercontinental or European.
Well, so I'll phrase it like this. This would be a belt that he would have held in WWF during his WWF tenure.
He would have held in WWF during his WWF tenure.
So it's not a WCW belt. It's not a Japan belt. It's something that would have been in WWF.
Yeah, I'm going to say either Intercontinental or European. I honestly don't know.
It's actually a trick question. This is super depressing. He didn't hold any titles in WWF. He won a Slammy.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
He won a Slammy, but he never held a title.
Nope.
Final part of this question.
Wow.
And Big Van Vader was at SummerSlam 1996. Who did he wrestle in the main event?
In the main event.
SummerSlam 96.
1996.
I think I know this one.
Can you give me a hint?
I can't. Nope. You've used all your lifelines.
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea who he wrestled in '96.
I think I do.
Jarrett, Bigelow, Mankind. I don't know.
What do you got?
Shawn Michaels.
You are right, sir. It was Shawn Michaels, the main event of SummerSlam 1997 for the WWF title.
Oh, that was the Shawn Michaels threw a fit because he didn't move whenever Michaels was supposed to come off the turnbuckle.
Yerp.
Right.
Okay.
So that was the closest he came to WWF Gold. Very depressing. Rest in peace, Big Van Vader, Leon White. That's what I got.
That's a bummer. I thought he would have held at least one title, like a mid-card title, or man.
Or a fucking tag team title? Yeah.
His career was awesome, but it was also very like, oh man.
He was
Cringy.
WCW champion at some point, wasn't he?
Yep, and United States champion. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh. Wow.
At least he got some gold.
Yeah, right. Okay, my turn for Poot. Poot, this is an audio question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute my microphone so you don't accidentally get any pickup from me. So go ahead.
Yep.
I want you to tell me whose theme music this is, and it's a two-parter. Whose theme music is this?
All right. Whoa! What? You're cutting out.
Is that better?
No. I'm hearing
I don't know how
brop.
to make it better.
I'm hearing brop. But
Still the same thing. Still cutting out.
Can't hear it.
Yeah.
Try again.
All right, let's try again. Anything?
I get the first little bit and then like 2 seconds of it and then it's gone.
Oh, that's a bummer. Hang on. Let me do this. Let me disconnect my headset.
All
and try to
right.
play it strictly through the phonage.
All right.
Hang on.
All right.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me try this again. Maybe it was like noise canceling or something. All right, let's try this.
Nope.
Nothing.
I can try and take a guess, but that's like name this tune in one note. Yeah.
Is that coming through at all?
Like
A little bit, but
Like,
it's very
choppy.
sparse.
Huh, I wonder why. You guys were able to hear it when I tested it out earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, but it wasn't doing that for sure.
Yikes.
I know that theme. I just can't place it.
Let me try one more time.
all right. We'll try
I
one
don't know if
more.
it'll work. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm going to hold my...
You know
my
what?
phone
Real
up
quick.
here.
Sorry. Real quick. Poot, even mute your mic possibly. We'll all mute our mics so
All
nobody's
right.
getting in.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I'm going to play this.
Yeah.
When you guys come back on, let me know. I'm going to try to listen for you to come back on here.
Okay.
See if it works.
It's okay. It's like
Say that again?
it's like consistently stopping at a certain point.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
that's a bummer.
It's consistently. It's like you get the whole and then it comes.
Okay, I'll tell you what. How about this? since we're having technical issues on that part, how about this? I'll take a shot in the dark on it. Okay? I'll take a shot in the dark if we can also pass and move on, and then if you can think of another question to ask me. What do you guys think of that? Uh-oh.
Hold on. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me try this. Hang on for a second.
He's got plans.
Hang on here.
He'll think of something. He always does.
Oh, way to go, Tom.
There you go. Throwback Easter egg.
Let's see. I'm going to try this. I'm going to send... We didn't have any problems that time that Tom tried to play an audio clip.
Correct.
Let me send the link to you, Tom.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if you can play this and see if Poot can hear it.
Okay.
So obviously you're going to know who it is, Tom, so don't say anything.
Okay.
I sent it to you through Facebook Messenger. Let me know if you get it.
Yeah, I got it. Hang on 1 second here. I got it because I'm going to have to turn my phone up and everything.
This is going so smoothly.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
That's not, dude, it's not your fault. It's not your fault at all.
Why this one's not coming.
Here you go.
What the fuck?
Oh, we did the same thing.
What is
It's done the
happening?
exact same fucking thing.
What are
Really?
those? This is
Really? It's
haunted.
doing the same thing? Okay.
It's got to be something. It has to be something with like the frequency of the music that the mic's not
is.
picking it up. It has to
Yeah.
be.
It is,
Ron.
because I was going to say,
Okay, well,
my mic is pretty good.
What
but
do you
anyways.
think of my solution? I'll take a shot in the dark. If I'm right, then it's done. If I'm not, then
Well,
Ransom.
it's a two-parter anyway, so we'll see if we get the second part.
All right, so
I mean, it's a WWF theme.
It's
You
a
got
WWF.
to.
Yeah, it's definitely a Fed theme. Tom, can you play the first little bit of that again?
so it's Federation, but not WWE.
No, not WWE. It's
Okay.
definitely Federation. And if it helps at all, there's no lyrics, and it's pretty much just that same little first tidbit that repeats over and over again.
I was gonna say if with WWF themed, if you get 5 seconds of it, you got the whole song.
Well, actually, no. According. Okay, hold on. According to the little,
I mean, it
screenshot-
does change a little bit, but
No, I was gonna say, according to the picture, it is WWE. Like that might have been right at the whole "get the f out" phase.
Oh.
Then I'm gonna. You know what? I'll take a shot in the dark right now. There are two that I'm thinking of. It's either. It's either Jesse and Festus,
it was
or
way before that.
way before
Come on, man.
Jesse.
They were
Yeah.
biscuits and gravy, man.
Okay, sorry, man.
Yeah, it was
Time period when I wasn't watching.
Definitely years
Years
that.
before. Are we talking like late 90s?
Yes, we're talking
I haven't-
1999.
I have an idea. I'd like a shot if this Poot doesn't get him.
Okay, Tom, can you play that little first clip again?
Sure thing. Here we go. 1 sec here.
Stupid microphone.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel bad about if I get this wrong.
Go
No,
ahead.
I wouldn't either. I didn't know this theme was going to do that. I played the Too Much theme earlier, and that seemed to come through clear.
Wow. I know that theme, and I'm sitting here and I'm going. It's
Apologies to our 5 listeners.
well, if it's what was the name? It wasn't biscuits and gravy like Festus and Jesse. It was the other one, the guy who like chomped on tobacco and like
No, wrong direction.
No, wrong direction.
This guy that theme music was for a guy. During
It's not a
singles run.
tag team.
No.
Oh, I thought it was a tag team. Oh, I
No,
was thinking
sorry.
of when you
This was
played
a
Too
guy
Much.
during his singles run. That was his theme.
Oh, I know for sure now.
Oh my God. Bart Gunn.
No.
Nope. Formerly known as, I
No.
believe, Headbanger Thrasher.
Oh, boy, I wish
Oh,
I wish you would've-
Chaz. That's Chaz.
It is.
Well, that was gonna be my follow-up question before Beef fucked it up. As I was gonna say,
sorry.
not who it was.
Listen, Beef,
was his name as a headbanger?
you're bluster on this shit, man. Come on. Like, you
I'm
ruined the
sorry,
second
man.
part of the question.
just
I'm
wait.
sorry.
No,
Just
you're
wait.
not.
Just wait, Poot, because
His eyebrows
I
are
got,
peaked.
I got. Some,
I
got
mean,
some
you
hot
could-
fire.
I mean, he could have put in the question about beaver cleavage in there too. You know.
You want to know why I knew that song? It's because whenever you could do custom themes for your created character, I always used that.
Oh my god.
I always
yeah.
use that.
Oh, nice.
I always used that song because I thought it was the fucking coolest thing.
Nice. I did. Too.
I did.
always liked that theme.
I loved him. I loved him because like he that was the first time I ever saw like a kayfabe break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I remember even that was the first time that I went, this is a really stupid gimmick. Why are they doing this to him? And then he broke kayfabe and he came out as Chaz, and I was like, I love this. I love this.
I liked him. I
He's
liked
just-
him during his singles run.
I did too,
Yeah, he
man.
wasn't
I mean,
bad.
I liked the headbangers and everything too, but I enjoyed him. I thought Chaz was a good worker. I thought he was great in the ring.
Hey, Adam, if you can get your mic back to where it was.
Balls.
There you go. That's better. No, like
is that
that's
right
the
here?
thing is I wish if I would have heard it consistently and like
would've had
with
it.
no breaks, I know I would have gotten it.
Yeah,
I know. I
sorry
would've.
about that. I'm
Oh,
not
it's-
sure why that theme.
Hey
did
man,
that.
technical issues. It's no big deal. I'm just happy we referenced Chaz on the podcast.
Yeah,
True.
right.
Yeah, no big deal for me.
right.
All right, so my turn.
Yeah, hit me with it, Poot.
All right, Tom. So everybody loves Shawn Michaels. We've talked about Shawn Michaels quite a bit.
Yes, we do.
Right? We love Shawn Michaels. He's one of the best of all time. Mr. WrestleMania. Tons of accolades. Great in the ring. He's training the new kids. He's awesome, right? We love Shawn Michaels.
Right.
Well, this question
No
is about
debate.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. So,
Damn it.
so this is a two-parter. We're not even talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin or the Ringmaster Steve Austin. We're going to be talking about Steve Austin in WCW. Tom,
Yes.
can you
Yeah.
tell me
Yep.
Can you tell me in WCW? Okay,
Yes.
there were 4 titles Stone Cold held. Okay,
Yep.
4 titles that he held.
Okay.
Okay, what were those 4 titles? And because I know you have a book in front of you,
No,
probably.
I don't actually.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
There were 4 titles that Stone Cold Steve Austin held. Okay, and also second part to this one, who was his? When he was in WCW, who was his tag team partner and what was their tag team name? That one's a softball. That's a
That
softball.
is a softball. Okay,
So go
first
ahead.
First of all, he was stunning Steve Austin,
Yep.
and he was part of the tag team with Flying Brian Pillman and the Hollywood Blondes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's god,
Oh.
so good, so good.
Sorry, in my opinion, the most underrated tag team in wrestling history.
ab-
Put that
Absolutely.
mic in your face.
They were around. They were around whenever I first started watching, and they were my first ever favorite tag team.
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
Okay,
They were
now
great.
to harken back to part 1 of your question, I'm gonna take a stab in the dark because I think I can get 3 out of the 4.
All right.
So, him and Pillman, I believe, got the tag team championship at one time.
Okay.
And then he was also a television champion and a U.S. champion. And I'm not sure about the 4th because I can't think of what other title there would have been because I don't think he ever got a heavyweight title opportunity. So,
Well,
Did they have a hardcore title? Is my mic any better?
no, it's not. Put it back close to your mouth.
They did, but not until after. Not
Not until
like,
well
the-
after
the,
he was gone.
yeah, not until after he was
Right,
gone.
exactly.
So,
How's that? Is this any better?
Kind
No.
of. I
Yeah.
mean,
Fucking
not
hell.
really.
How about now?
yeah, that's a little bit better.
More
Ugh.
volume than tone. Your tone's good, but your volume's not so good. All right. All right.
So I'll go
on,
with that
Tom.
because I can't think of. I don't think he ever got a heavyweight title run. So I'm gonna say he definitely had tag team, television, and U.S. titles.
All right. I will give you 3/4 of a point for this because it's a little bit of a curveball. You ready for this? He
Okay,
did
go ahead.
win
Boy.
the WCW World Television Championship twice. He won the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship twice. He won
Right.
the World Tag Team Championships with Flying Brian Pillman. Flying Brian Pillman one time. And you ready for the 4th title?
Go ahead.
The NWA World Tag Team Championships with Flying Brian Pillman. They were there. That was the curveball. I was like, oh, this is going to be a softball question. I don't know. Yeah, this guy. And then I saw that and I went, ooh.
Hey,
screw me
real
over on
quick.
that part. Go ahead.
Real quick before we jump to the next part where I get my ass handed to me, of course.
Yep.
But because you guys always bring the fucking heat from me, which I appreciate. But speaking of Pillman, his kid is wrestling now. I believe he was at Double or Nothing in the Battle Royal. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that he's also main event. Well, he's in potentially the main event for Imagine Wrestling's event coming up. I believe it's this Saturday. It's
Super Brawl Saturday?
Him and Jason Gorey and Chris LaRusso and I don't remember the other gentleman. I believe he's like Imagine, just an Imagine talent. Anyways, the four of them in like preliminary matches for a heavyweight title to be decided later on that evening. So if you're in the Altoona, Central Pennsylvania area, go check out Imagine Wrestling.
Well, there you go.
Is he as good as his dad?
I haven't seen a ton of them. So.
By all accounts, he's very good. He's still green, but he's very good.
I hope so. I hope he goes far. I think Brian Pillman would have gone very far if tragedy hadn't befallen him.
Yeah,
100%. So that's what I'm saying. This is your chance to see the guy on the ground floor. What could be an amazing career? Go check him out in Imagine Wrestling in Altoona this weekend.
This weekend?
I believe it's this Saturday. Let me do the research real quick on that. Go ahead, Tom, with your question, and I'm gonna look it up while you're asking me, so I can come back in at the end of the podcast there.
Well, I'm gonna research the event so I can get Tom's question. No, actually, you won't be.
Oh, I would never cheat. I would never cheat.
No, but you
Don't
won't
let
be
him
able
lie
to,
to you.
you won't be able to get this anyways. You won't be able to Wikipedia it. So,
Yes!
sticking in the vein of WCW, all right.
Ooh.
One of our all-time favorites that we all have much praise for, Chris Jericho.
It is, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. It is this Saturday, the 22nd, Volume 3.
Nice.
Okay. There you go. Okay, so Chris Jericho, one of our all-time favorites, one of my all-time favorites. He ran some awesome heel promos in WCW, especially one with Mr. Dean Malenko, and Jericho came out with a gimmick where he had a list of 1,004 holds. So my question to you,
Tom, he's gonna get this.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Okay.
Give me move number 5 off of Jericho's 1,004 holds.
He knows it. He knows it.
Suck
So
it.
there are lots of arm bars in there because I remember he was like I think the entire commercial break. He was like Japanese armbar, flipping armbar.
No, he said.
Yes.
But he said.
I'm betting.
Shh, hold on.
Don't say it. I'm betting if this is the one you're gonna mention, it's the 3-handled family credenza.
Close.
I know.
That was actually move number 3. What is it, Poot? And I have a bonus follow-up question.
It was number 1, arm bar. Number 2, arm hold. Number 3, the moss-covered 3-handled family credenza.
That was number 3.
Number 4, number 4 was arm bar again, I think.
Yeah.
And then
let me correct you on the first 2. Arm drag and then arm bar.
Arm drag, arm bar, moss-covered
3-handled family credenza. Then arm bar.
Then arm bar. And then it was another
so
goofy
good.
one.
Yeah, it was real goofy.
Shit. I just remember moss-covered 3-handled family credenza.
You know what? I gotta give Poot bonus points for remembering that because holy shit, that is a mouthful.
Well,
dude.
And here's another little snippet for you. Do you know that that's what Perry Saturn called his twisting fisherman Buster in WWE was the moss-covered 3-handled family credenza?
Yep.
I did not know that, but
That's fantastic.
Do you want me to give you what move number 5 was yet?
Let's see if we can figure it out because it rolls off the tongue like when you figure it out. So it was
it's something. It's like 4 or 5 parts. It's something. I think.
Hold on. Let me think. So it was arm drag.
Arm bar.
Okay, it was arm drag, then arm bar, then the moss-covered 3-handled family credenza, then... I remember it. Because it was arm drag, arm bar, moss-covered 3-handled family credenza, armbar again, and then it was it was the Saskatchewan spinning nerve hold.
Holy shit!
That is it.
And then it was body slam.
Nope. Then it was arm bar again.
Was it arm bar again?
Yep.
Oh,
Bonus
okay.
point-
Fantastic.
bonus points if you couldn't already guess. Guess what move number 712 was after the first commercial break.
Oh,
there.
whenever he just ran down the ran down the
arm
crowd.
bar.
Oh, yeah, arm bar.
Okay, now before he came out with that list, he did have a match, and it was a squash match. Beef. Who did he beat?
Oh, I know this. I know this one too.
Disco Inferno.
No.
Squash
Nope.
match.
I know this
It
one.
wouldn't have been. So it wouldn't have been any of the heavies because it wouldn't have been Hoovy. It wouldn't have been Psychosis because they were all getting like actual.
If it helps, I'll give you the year. It was 98. So just think of
No, it
who
doesn't
was
help.
around.
There were tons of cruisy.
Okay.
La Parca.
Nope.
No, I know it.
Damn.
Go ahead.
I got it. Marty Jannetty.
You're fucking A right. It was.
Wow, really? Marty Jannetty?
Get
Mm-hmm.
fucked. This is why I'm the champion.
And I'll tell you
Nice,
what.
I tell you,
man.
when you
Now,
fall
did-
from rocker heaven, you fall hard.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
now,
right.
Now, did I not tell you? Even though I burned you on that, it put a smile on your face, did it not?
Sure did.
Yes, it
Sure
did.
did.
The Saskatchewan
did.
spinning nerve hold. Holy shit! I love that.
Speaking
Dude,
of Chris
'cause
Jericho, again, real
I-
quick. There's a video. There's a video going around now of where he like introduced like 28 cruiserweights for like a cruiserweight battle royal, and he just like he went on them so fucking hard, and it's very clear that no one in WCW management gave two shits about anything because he just buried every single one of them. It was great.
You gotta send that to me if you get a chance.
I will.
No, and
Oh,
Tom, you want to know the reason I remembered that?
Why is that?
I watched that segment so many times when I was in college, and I was into things, and I was laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing.
Wait,
literally
hold
for
on,
like
hold on.
2 hours.
You were into things.
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 Comedy.
reasons.
Comedy. I was into comedy. The
For reasons.
green comedy. I was just laughing for like 2 hours rewatching that segment, and it starts with him just like pinning Marty Jannetty randomly. Like
No, he
it's
made
the
him
best.
tap. He made him tap to the line.
Was it the Lion Tamer? Oh,
Yep.
see, I don't remember the end of the match. I remember everything else.
Yeah, but I
right,
don't think there's any shame in saying what that exactly was because it's pretty much legal for the most part. But anyways, I digress.
So-
What, comedy?
Yeah, I don't- I don't
comedy's
wanna put
very legal, Tom.
I don't want to
Hold
put
on.
a kibosh on the comedy here, you
We got to get the
jokers
picks.
and jamokers.
Oh, yeah, we
But,
got picks to do.
Yeah,
Um,
it's an out. It's 10 o'clock. We need to wrap this up quick. So let's do our picks and let's do them quick.
All right, so we're gonna do picks for WWE Stomping Ground and AEW Fighter Fest, correct?
Yep.
No, just Stomping Ground this
Oh,
week.
just
We're doing
Stomping
Fighter
Ground,
Fest
okay.
next week. But just for our listeners, so you know, typically the cruiserweight title is defended on one event. This time around, we're wrapping 2 events. We're doing Stomping Ground and Fighter Fest. So whoever comes out with the best record with those 2 pay-per-views becomes the new cruiserweight. Mike, what do you think? Cruiserweight, the new
You're the
cruiserweight
worst.
champion.
Okay,
I know, right?
Cool. All right, so I got the matches here. Let's get it rolling here. Stomping Grounds. Let's see. Let's start with the big stuff first, and I'll work our way down to the who gives a fuck. So first match, Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal title. Keeping in mind, Baron Corbin is still set to choose a special guest referee at the event on Sunday. What you got, Pooh?
There's
guys,
going to be
what
some
if it's-
dorky referee swerve.
What if it's fucking Lesnar? What if fucking Lesnar is the referee?
Okay.
How great would that be before
I-
the cash in?
That's the obvious booking choice, so that's why I don't think WWE is going to go with it. Well, here, regardless, I think
Yeah,
my
we're
pick.
not talking cash-ins. We're
my-
talking strictly this match.
My pick
Yeah.
is Rollins goes over. He's not done with that belt yet, and if he is, Lesnar's going to cash in. But I think it's going to be Rollins.
Fair enough.
I'll
Same.
make it nice and easy. I'm picking Rollins too. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, same.
All right. I think
And just to be clear, we are picking winners, not necessarily the champions, but we're talking about the winners of the match,
Yeah.
right?
Winners of the match.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if Brock cashes in and wins. That doesn't matter. We're talking.
Well, I mean,
strictly
I'm
the
talking
winner.
even. even count up disqualifications. So Rollins
Correct.
gets disqualified by using a dick kick. Corbin technically wins. We're talking about winner,
we're talking
not champion.
winners,
Okay.
not champion.
Okay.
Correct, winners.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, because that was a point of contention with the Money in the Bank match whenever we had Rollins versus AJ Styles or something, whatever.
Right.
So we got that match out of the way.
Well, Tom, who are you picking?
Oh, Rollins. Yeah, sorry, Rollins all across the board. Yeah, sorry if I thought I said it, but maybe I was thinking it and didn't say it. My bad. All right, so WWE title match: Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage match. I'll start this one off.
Is this for the championship?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right,
I don't think that they're gonna give it to. I know that Ziggler got his match at Super Suckfest, but again, that was a glorified house show. I still
Super
don't
Bowl
think,
Saturday?
Shut it. I still don't think that they're gonna put it on him yet. I think they just want to. I think they just want to give Kofi another big match, and I think it's they only have Ziggler in there just because Owens wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia, and I think that's Vince McMahon putting the screws to Owens. So I still think Kofi's going to come out, but I could see a potential Swerve and Lesnar cashing in to take that title off of Kofi, because like we mentioned before, whoever takes the title off of Kofi in the long run is going to have serious fuck you heat, and you don't get any bigger than that than fucking Brock Lesnar.
That makes a lot of that makes a lot of sense, because then at SummerSlam it's Rollins versus champion, Lesnar Rollins.
It could happen, but I'm gonna pick Kofi for this match.
You guys are overbooking it. Kofi's winning. This is starting to feel a lot like any of the reigns of like the like mid 2010s, which were really crappy reigns. I mean, Kofi just has no steam right now. I feel bad for the guy, but I'm picking Kofi nonetheless.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Kofi as well, because I have a very, very bad feeling. Like you said, it's gonna cause fuck you heat. And we started off talking about fuck you heat. I would not be surprised to see Kofi retain until SummerSlam and Kofi drop the belt to Shane McMahon.
Fucking Shano. Yeah.
So I'm going to call Kofi in anticipation of a SummerSlam Kofi Shane match where Kofi drops the belt to Shane.
Hey, at least we got Takeover Toronto to look forward to.
That's right. True. Part of me
and All Out.
Part of me really, really wants to be a fighting champion and pick Ziggler. But I'm going to go with Kofi as well. I mean, it just, like, unfortunately, both the scenario of Lesnar cashing in and also what Ransom just laid out makes sense. So I'm going to go Kofi.
Yeah, fair enough. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to see them put the title on Ziggler, because he's one of the hardest fucking workers there is.
Well, not so much anymore. Not so much anymore.
Well, yeah, not as much.
If Owens didn't get that belt, Ziggler's not getting it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Raw Women's title: Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. Beef. What you got?
Becky.
Okay.
Why?
She's way too. Evans is way too green. As evidenced with her match with Charlotte a couple weeks ago, was real bad. Evans started looking good to me, and then since I thought maybe she's got something, has really started looking bad to me. So,
Who cracked open Dana Brooke on that house show?
Probably Lacey Evans. I don't know. I don't know.
If you see pictures, there are pictures online about it was some house show.
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
I don't know who Dana Brooke was facing, but it was like the main event for that house show, and they called it, they stopped the match because Dana Brooke got her face broken.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know who that was against.
Was it worse than the Becky Lynch nose break from Nia?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see this at all.
It looked like it was around
consult Google.
Yeah,
it looked like it was around her eye, and it was a bloodbath.
Oh, probably orbital. Which is, speaking of Dana Brooke, she looks really different now, 100% different than she looked 2 years ago. Which is
I was
good,
gonna say before or after she got her face smacked in.
Well, before this is of course going to be,
Yeah, I know.
A Roethlisberger job for sure.
Well, it's certainly okay. They were just showing Dana Brooke getting out. Yeah, it was her orbital bone. It was a taping for Superstars. Let me see if I can find who.
Anyway,
Sarah Logan. It was Sarah Logan who busted
Really?
her open.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Because now that she's gonna get fucking buried.
Yep, buried.
Yep. In any case, I'm calling Becky as well. I don't think she's going to drop this title too.
At least not this quickly, and definitely not to Lacey Evans.
No.
Poot, what you got?
So everybody's going with the man.
Yeah, I think so.
They're really booking Lacey Evans strong. And I think Lacey Evans is phenomenal. I think she has a lot of potential, and I think that she plays that character to a fucking T. If she keeps playing it the way she's playing it and does it up and really, really solidly buys into that character, I would even go so far as to say that she's a fucking treasure, but not quite yet. That honor only reserves for Bray Wyatt at the moment.
And Don Callis.
Oh, man, and
fucking
Don Callis.
Don Callis.
And fucking Don Callis. He is a treasure of a heel commentator. The
Do it.
Shut up, you.
Do it.
Shut up.
Do it.
Screw it.
I knew it.
I tried to talk to that girl and she blew me off, so I blew it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and munch on some suet.
I went to synagogue, so Jew it.
Spit it out.
I'm gonna go with Becky,
Okay.
and I could see her losing it at SummerSlam. It would have to be a bigger stage.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Is when she loses it, it's going to be on a big stage. It's not going to be an in between quarterly pay per view. So I'm picking Becky on this one, but I can definitely see whoever they have her against.
I could see
SummerSlam, I can see her.
I could
losing
see
it.
Evans taking it off her, man. I really could. She's great. Anyway, let's go on.
Who's next?
Real quick, Evans's promo was actually really good whenever she came down and talked about how she's like, I'm a real Marine. I was like, oh yeah,
fucking right she is.
Yeah, she is.
Air Force, actually, I thought she was.
No, she's Marine.
Oh, she's
Marine.
Marine. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, next one.
Bailey versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's title. So
Oh my
what do we
God,
got?
it's gonna be Bliss.
Okay.
I went back and forth on this. My only problem with this is that Bliss is a Raw superstar, and I know that they're waiting to pull the trigger on the whole wild card winning the other title. But I mean, this is like Bailey beating Charlotte was her exercising her demon with Charlotte. Bailey beating Bliss is going to be an even sweeter victory. So I'm picking Bailey.
Wow.
Ooh.
I'm picking Bailey as well. I don't think
Wow.
she's going to lose it yet.
Oh,
I think it would be
man.
a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series loss.
Oh fuck. I want Alexa Bliss to win, but then again, like I could see Alexa Bliss not winning this, but I can see her and I can see her and Nikki Cross getting a tag team title shot at SummerSlam and taking that off the Iconics. So I'm gonna go with Bailey as well.
Sanity,
Damn
what a
it.
ruined gimmick.
Right? So
Goddamn
terrible.
right it was. Yeah.
Poor Eric. Poor Eric
right.
Young.
Oh, dude,
Hey,
wait, no,
at least-
I'm gonna. Fuck.
I was gonna say at least 3 of the 4 are moving on to better pastures. Even though I'm not really a fan of what they're doing with Nikki, at least she's getting FaceTime. But Eric Young is just getting blown away.
Well, what about Big Damo? For fuck's sake.
You'll see. You'll see.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
Dot.
Anyway,
Right, anyway,
Dragons.
who
no,
has left to pick this
anyway,
match?
Bailey.
Wait,
Okay.
I thought you just picked Bliss.
Yeah, so did I.
Listen,
I thought you were the first one to pick, and I thought you picked Bliss.
Flip-flopper?
I forgot that. Well, I'm flip flopping. Whatever. I'm the champ.
That's
I'll do
fine.
what
They're
I
not
want.
locked into the end of the episode.
What's that?
I said they're not locked into the end of the episode.
Oh, is that true?
That's fair. Maybe.
We'll come back. All right. Reigns versus McIntyre.
Reigns just
You
took
know-
Reigns just
What?
took a loss.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
I'm
he
going
beat,
to go with Reigns. They're not going to make him lose twice in a row.
but he beat McIntyre at Mania. That's my only holdup. Like that's, and I mean, they really want to make McIntyre this big deal. I don't know. Like, so let's say that Roman wins, and where does he go to SummerSlam? But if McIntyre gets a victory over him, you still continue that feud for SummerSlam.
What if we
It's
see a
Roman Reigns, though.
McIntyre?
Who cares?
What if
They'll book Reigns and
A fucking paper bag.
what if we
I
see
cannot remember this guy's name. What's his name again? The Scot?
Drew McIntyre?
McIntyre. Yeah, they'll book Reigns and McIntyre for a third one at SummerSlam, even if Reigns goes over him twice in 1 year. They'll
No,
do it again.
I'm picking Reigns because you guys are right. He just lost to Shane, so I'm picking Reigns.
The only reason why I would consider picking McIntyre is because I feel like there are two natural bookings for this. Either McIntyre goes over and then he gets a big head on his shoulders, turns face, and has a feud with Shane McMahon at SummerSlam, or there's another possibility, or he loses, Shane McMahon turns heel on him, and then he's a babyface anyway, and it results in that feud regardless.
I still think it's going to be Shane and Kofi at SummerSlam.
I got a feeling he's right.
You know what? Because we can't.
I get a feeling that regardless, Brock Lesnar is walking out with WWE title at SummerSlam.
Okay.
But go on, Poot.
Just because we can't all pick the same fucking thing, I'm going to go with McIntyre on this one.
Okay.
And also because, I'm going to go McIntyre. I'll just go McIntyre. Fuck it.
Well, and don't forget too, because even if you don't win this card, we still have Fighter Fest.
Fighter Fest, right?
And we make those picks next week to kind of help you out. Ransom, who did you say you had?
Reigns.
You have Reigns.
Yep.
You know what? I'll split the house with you. I'll go with McIntyre. Fuck it. I'm with you, champ.
Oh, team risky business.
Team risky business. Dun.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. U.S. title: Ricochet versus Samoa Joe. Ransom. Let me go with Ransom first. Ransom, who you got on this?
I'd love to see Ricochet win, but I don't know. Ever since hitting main roster, he's been just stuck in what seems like mid-card obscurity. And freaking Joe lost to what's his face, Rey Mysterio.
Ray, yeah.
I'm gonna say Joe, because
Okay.
I think Ricochet is one of those people where Vince goes, I don't get it.
And let's not forget too that he did. I don't know. I mean, apparently they didn't ban the move, but I guess McMahon wasn't happy whenever he had.
They didn't ban it. He did it on Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he did it.
Also, by the way, did you guys hear about the controversy with Ricochet?
No.
Oh,
So,
the butthole
Ricochet-
flickering, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently Ricochet, there was a video that leaked of Ricochet fingering his butthole.
Oh my lord.
Well, that's
Yep.
lovely.
So I wasn't going to pull punches on what it was. Apparently he filmed himself diddling his dirt star. So there you go.
So note to
Because
self.
why not?
It says note to self: if you ever meet Casey Catanzaro, don't play a game of smell my finger with her.
Oh. Hey man, listen. Let your freak flag fly. Do your thing. It's
Hey, I'm not-
2019.
Who you got?
Hey,
Who you got?
I'm not knocking him for it.
All
I'm
right,
just saying.
so-
I'm just saying, if you don't want to smell his butthole, don't smell her finger.
What do you got? What do you? Let me think about this one. No,
Alright,
wait.
I'll go.
Wait. All right, you go ahead,
Okay.
Beef.
So, I am picking the one and only, and here's why. He consistently gets the best pops on Monday Night Raw outside of Rollins.
That doesn't mean shit to Vince.
The crowd is into him. The crowd loves the 630. And honestly, like when you look at how bad Super Brawl Saturday was last week, you can't have every single champion stand pat on this night. And so far, we picked every single champion to stand pat. I think that there's got to be one that upsets the apple cart, and I think it's going to be Ricochet.
Okay, so Ricochet for Beef. I'm gonna say regardless of being buried in mid-card obscurity or not, so is Joe for the longest time too. They've really done
that's true.
They've really done dick with him besides this title reign. They gave him a little bit of a push into the Universal title picture before, a WWE title match, but they really haven't done dick with him. I think I gotta go with Joe on this one because I think that the upset title will be a different title match. So, Poot, what you got?
Ricochet stood tall, Joe.
Okay.
The one thing I'll say is I think that we're all going to be winners because I think this is going to be match of the night, and I think it's going to be a very good match if they're given time.
All right.
If they're given time,
that's another one.
Yeah. Now the title match that I think will be the upset, Brian and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. I think I'm just gonna go with Heavy Machinery.
Hey, me too. They're pushing Machinery way too hard.
That's the one that I was going to call as well. I think I think Heavy Machinery's time has come, and I think Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, from the start, from that inception, I saw that as Vince McMahon going, why, and just fighting that tooth and nail, but giving in to somebody when they were like, put the titles on these two.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was, but it doesn't seem like a Vince McMahon idea.
This is how you build new superstars, Heavy Machinery. And
wow, so Machinery across the board. Okay.
Yeah, Machinery across the board. Also, I will give props. Rowan was wearing a fucking Glory Hammer shirt on Raw, and I marked the fuck out. He was.
Or wait, no.
On SmackDown.
One of them he was wearing Corrosion of Conformity. I think then he must have been went down on SmackDown.
That was on SmackDown. On Raw, he was wearing a Glory Hammer shirt because I freaked out because I have not met anyone else who knows Glory Hammer.
I definitely don't. So
dude,
have to clue me in.
The album, I think it's called I think the album, the shirt that he was wearing was the album artwork for I think it's called Space 1999 Rise of the Chaos Wizard. It's so good. Dude, Glory Hammer, the two albums they've put out, do yourself a favor and get them. They are so good. If you're into power metal, they're awesome. Like Glory Hammer, the singer auditioned for Dragon Force when they were looking for a new singer. He's like, in my opinion, I think they are ridiculously stupid for not picking him. But they have this whole, like, both albums are like a concept album, and it starts in like back in like medieval times, and then the second one
They're kind of almost like Viking metal in a way.
Yeah, it's power metal. Like, I mean, it's
like Rhapsody.
Yes, just like Rhapsody of Fire. Like, my God, yes.
Okay. Anyways, steering back to the picks here.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
And that was Put the Bard's Metal Corner.
There you
presented
go.
by Hellbent.
I like.
There you go.
Yes. And they're fucking awesome hearse. Anyway, go on.
All right. Let's see. We got the remaining members of New Day versus Owens and Zayn. Beef.
New Day. Owens and Zayn are eating this shit for not going to Saudi Arabia.
And also, Big E just came back, and they can't make him look weak. New Day.
Yeah, same. I think both of those reasons. Big E returning, and also Owens and Sami Zayn are going to be in the doghouse for a while.
Yeah, I think so. I agree wholeheartedly. All right, and then last but certainly not least, which will probably be on the pre-show, I'm sure. I'm guessing.
But probably one of the better matches of the night, ironically.
Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak versus Akira Tozawa, triple threat match for the cruiserweight title.
Gulak, no, ooh.
No,
100%. Gulak wins the championship for a better 205 Live.
Yep.
I'm here for that.
Well, and also the work that he did with Kushida, like that was, I think that was proving ground of what he can do. So I was going to go with Gulak, man. Pennsylvania's own son, Gulak.
Okay.
He's from Philadelphia. We don't count them.
Yeah.
Listen, I counted if they're as good as Drew Gulak.
I was going to say that the only good things about Philadelphia are Drew Gulak and, well, there's three good things. Drew Gulak,
ECW, and Rocky Balboa.
No, 5 cheesesteaks and our friend Zach.
Okay, there you go.
Bruce.
Ransom, who you got?
Gulak.
I'm debating.
Go with
You know what?
Do it.
What's that?
Go
What's
with
that?
Tony Nese. Do it.
Kiss my ass. No, I think Gulak just future. Because again, we think long term.
205 live it.
I think Gulak's gonna take it. I think it's gonna set up for a nice program between him and Akira Tozawa. I don't
So hear me out. Hear me out. What if Gulak wins and then he resumes his feud with Kushida, and Kushida wins the fucking big purple belt on an NXT event? How great would that be? If if that belt became a fucking NXT staple, I'm there for that, man.
Well,
they're
considering shutting down 205 Live, and they should just absorb it into NXT. Make NXT.
Yes, they should.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that. So that's news to me.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I know 205 Live had kind of it's probably kind of the same viewpoint that I have for 205 Live. I want to care, but I just don't. I don't know. I just never really watch it, to be honest. So
here's the thing: for years, I didn't watch NXT or NXT UK on a weekly. I just watched their takeovers.
Yeah.
And ever since Mania, I've watched both of them, and I can say that both of them are consistently better programming than what's on fucking USA every night on Monday and Tuesdays.
Fuck yes.
So I'm betting 205 Live probably falls right in that category too, just for what it's worth.
Yeah, give it to Triple H. Let him use it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
He is running 205 Live still though, right? Isn't he?
I believe so.
He has hands in it. Tom, you made up a spreadsheet, correct? Not chicken scratch.
I can make up the spreadsheet. I have it written down, which is very legible and professional looking.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you take a picture of it and post it on the P3 podcast page?
Okay. You want me? Well, hold on. First of all, do you want a picture of the spreadsheet or the handwritten?
Spreadsheet.
Okay, I'll work on the spreadsheet.
There's Ransom being like, do more work.
We pretty much all agree on everything except for Poot and Tom picked McIntyre, and I picked Ricochet. Other than that, we are the same across the board.
Hold on. What about the Bayley Bliss match? Is Poot going back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is there any last minute changes that people wanted or no?
I'm not going back, Bayley.
Salty Poot.
Okay, so wait, Poot, are you picking Bliss or Bayley?
Bayley.
Okay. Because that's what I was saying going back on, because I had Bliss written down, but I was making sure if you wanted that or if you wanted Bayley. So, okay. So Bayley it is. Got it.
Bayley it is. All right. Hey, let's wrap this up because I want to get to bed and also because I have to race like a piss horse.
All right. Beef.
Thank the sponsors.
You got it. Yep, I got it. Yeah, so we did a couple call-outs tonight, obviously, but definitely want to thank our sponsors. Casual Gaming Dad himself, Mr. Tiger Bomb Tom over here. Always appreciate the love we get from his page, as
and
well
my nepotism.
and especially the nepotism. And definitely
no.
Wrestle. Yeah, we're the Vince McMahon.
Why the nepotism? He's gonna be
Shane McMahon of this podcast.
We're gonna have Tiger Bomb Tom beat Poot the Bard in a steel cage because he's my boy.
Do it.
And you know, probably Tiger Bomb Tom, you're probably the reason that we get requests for interns. Just saying.
Probably.
And also the reason for live. I'd love to do that one day.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
that?
Well, yeah.
The live podcast?
Yeah, man, that'd be
we've done
awesome.
it before. We've done it before, and we will do it again, listeners. But first, before I get into all that, we definitely want to thank WrestleDeals.com as well, your home for violent deals and bloody good prices. P3 listeners, you can look forward to some live shows coming up in the month of August. We're going to try to do a show before TakeOver Toronto, as well as we're shooting for now. You know, knock on wood. We're going to try and do some sort of like a halftime show between NXT UK and All Out. Should be a great day of wrestling. I do want to kind of plug this myself. I am going to be doing for all you New Japan Pro Wrestling fans, I'm going to be doing a live broadcast, a G1 primer. I'm eyeing up probably next Thursday night, which I believe would be the 27th, I'm lining up next Thursday night, probably around 7 or 8, depending. Just talking about the G1, talking about the people that are in it, talking about some of the tasty matchups, talking about who I think is going to win and what the finals are going to be. It's going to be a great time, so feel free to check that out. Again, that's going to be shooting for next Thursday.
He's going to jerk off Will Ospreay. It'll be great.
Yeah.
No,
tune in.
Spoiler alert. I love Will Ospreay, but I don't think he's going to have a great showing this year in the G1, even though it's his first year.
He's not going to jerk off Will Ospreay. He's going to give him the ricochet.
Oh, all right.
The
On that
ricochet rim
note,
shot.
on that
The
note,
ricochet rim job.
on that note,
Okay.
on that note, I am your reigning, defending, undisputed Cruiserweight champion. I am Poot the Bard, baby. And this is Tiger Bomb Tom. Say goodbye, Tom.
Have a good night, folks.
And Beef the Legend.
As always, folks, rock on.
And Alec Ransom.
49.99. Do it.